back, everyone, to Light All Fiends Podcast. This is episode 70.
Huge. 70.
Big Scammer.
Adam Moore.
And today we're going to be going over volume 8, right?
Volume 8.
Volume 8 of Splitting the Heavens.
Fantastic. We skipped over 2 through 7.
Yeah.
Was
it 2 through 7?
Yeah, because we just went
over.
over...
The first one's, 200.
200 chapters. And then after that, each one's been like 100 chapters each.
Yeah.
So do a quick recap. Guys, if we're talking about 900 episodes, chapters like 900 to 1,000, we hope you read the stuff before. There was a bunch of stuff that happened. The craziest thing is that they were fighting the spirit abundance world, which was a higher tier world. Then there's your origin world, and there's your spirit world.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't called your spirit world, was it? I know it was your origin world was one. Was there a sea world? No.
Was there a spiritual world? I'm trying to remember. Because they became the Zor... I don't remember what it was. It's something with an S, though. I'm pretty sure it's spirit. It's not spirit, but I think it's either spiritual...
It was something related to evolution because they were so close.
Yeah.
I forget what it was. Well, either way, they were fighting against the spiritual...
No, Azure Ascension world.
Ascension, yeah, that's why.
That was like the world's will, that was their desire.
Yeah, so the two worlds came together, and they became Azure Ascension world.
That wasn't enough to become a spirit world.
Mm-hmm. And then they pilfered the...
Azure Flame world.
To get some origin essence, and then while fighting the spiritual abundance world, they became a spiritual world, the spirit... Luxuriant world?
Yeah, that's what I said, luxuriant.
Luxuriant world, and they were able to repel the spirit abundance world, which is like a peak spirit tier place. But the reason they failed against like newly promoted spirit world was because they can't send out all their people because their like location in the sea of stars, basically just in space, is known. So they can't like send out 100% of their force. They have to like keep some defenders.
Well, then also like their own internal politics.
That too.
Because originally, this was their second invasion. Mm-hmm. The first invasion was only one sect, or was it three?
Okay,
it was
three of their 9 big powers, Elysiums.
Yeah. They invaded, and then this time
it was like I think it was the 3, but they invited the Imperial line.
Yes, that's right. So they invited the strongest sect.
Yeah.
But the strongest sect is like, even though they're the strongest, like they're the most suppressed because everyone's like kind of worried about them.
Were they the strongest sect? I thought the Imperial line was separate from the sects. No, they're number 1.
But that's why everyone keeps their eye on them.
Ah, okay. All right. But yeah, that happened. We repelled them. We became a spirit luxuriant world, and in the process of that, we actually captured a 3rd tier
True Immortal.
True Immortal.
The True Immortal is like the general title, but they're Martial Void Realm.
Oh yeah.
That's the next realm after Martial Dipper.
Alright, we'll go through them real quick. We know there's at least 8 ranks of the Martial Realm. Or they're called Primary Realm?
Yeah.
And it goes Martial Realm, Martial Extremity Realm, Martial's Eye. What's the Eye? Intent Realm. Martial Extermination is the 5th one. Martial Extermination is the 4th one. Yeah, 4th one, yeah. My fingers are messed up. Martial Dipper is the 5th, and then Martial Void is the 6th.
I think it's cool.
And we find out the 7th past this book, so we won't talk about it yet.
But during this whole process of them fighting, basically all was it 4? Yeah, 4 of the Martial Voids from the Spirit Luxuriant world they were fending off. One of them was like a 2v. Were they 2 2v1s or 1 2v1?
I think there was 4 of them. This is what happened. There was the guy from the Mystic sect, the Turtle sect. He was like a 2nd tier immortal.
Yeah.
But with the World's Will, he was like a 3rd tier immortal. So he was 2v1ing the invaders.
Yeah.
And then we had 3 other true immortals who were going 1v1s. And then Two of them were 1v1ing. No, one other one was 1v1ing, right? And then the other two were fighting a third true immortal. And then what happened was that Shangjia like backstabbed the third tier true immortal and got him to go into the earth. And once he was in earth or in the spirit,
that's right. So
he got suppressed.
He caught him like with because his 5-element key could temporarily, like just for 1 second, freeze him.
Yeah.
And they pushed him down into the world.
Yeah, and what happened was they didn't there was actually a fourth true immortal from the Spirit Abundance world, but he was like the other people from the Spirit Abundance world didn't want him to join the fight because if he did, then he'd get part of the resources. Yeah. So they were like, just stay back, maintain the portals. But then as soon as that, I think it was Du Yan, I think his name was, the third tier true immortal from the Spirit Abundance world.
Yeah, because he was the one that was fighting
Kong,
Patriarch Ko, and
the newly ascended true immortal, like just from the first time they invaded.
Yeah.
And Shangjia was able to like backstab him. They got him into the world, suppressed him. And it took 3 years for the world to assimilate him, which is crazy.
Well, Shangjia was refining him.
Yeah, refining him.
He was using the Stella. What was it called? Stella Cauldron.
The Stella Cauldron, yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that's how they succeeded in that, and then we got a flash forward basically at the beginning of the book.
Oh wait, Patriarch Ko became a true immortal.
Oh yeah, during that fight.
Yeah,
he became a true immortal. And so then currently we have 4 Elysiums, and we have the Tongyu Institution, which is a Holy Land, which is before Elysium. So it goes Mysterious World, Holy Land, Elysium. For Elysium, you need 3 things. You need a Holy Artifact, you need a Heaven supporting J Pillar, and an Elysium border marker.
Yeah, border marker, yeah.
Yeah. And so that's just info for later. But so we got a time forward, time skip, 3 years. And we have Shangjia is now peak Marshall Dipper. I think before he had like 8 of his 10 completed, but now he got all 10. And he's like super strong. And we don't get stated it right away, but it was kind of said a bunch of times that as soon as he hit his peak, he'd probably get his martial intent. So we pretty much know right here he's at grand completion. Yeah. Like just needing his like necessary materials to ascend. And then we kind of just see everything that happened in the 3 years. And like, I thought it was crazy that when they ascended into the spirit world, like instantly, like continents just form. Yeah. Like
land is just
taken from the asteroid belt and like comes into Earth and creates land. I was like, God damn, this shit crazy. Yeah. And like
they have a huge problem though, which is like
population.
Population is a big problem because it's like, imagine if like the population was already a big problem before. Mm-hmm. It was like if the world's 100%, then it's like it was only like half filled. Yeah. And now the world like doubled in size, so, but it's still like the population. That means there's so much land.
Yeah, and they just don't have enough people to populate it.
I'm just like, damn, y'all better start banging
for real. And I think that's so funny.
I think it's funny too because it's like
that's never been a problem in any other thing. It's like we don't have enough people.
It's like y'all outside of cultivation, the amount of pastimes can't be that many.
I don't know. Well, I think what could have been is that just when the 2 worlds collided, a lot of people died.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. A lot of people died.
Yeah, but that's because it happened like before the book, so it's kind of easily like forgotten about. Yeah, and they don't really ever state like the big
how many. They don't even say how. They always say like a lot of people died, but they never say like specific.
Yeah, like if they said like 40% of the population died, I think we'd remember that. Yeah, but they never say anything like that. You just kind of have to like assume like big world hits another world, lots of population.
Yeah, it's like naturally. Yeah, heavy casualties.
Yeah, but it's easily forgotten. Trust me, I think about it the same time. I'm like, where are the people, bro? But so that was pretty cool. They got a bunch of gains. We still can't become an Elysium because we need those 3 items. We do have the Stellar Cauldron though, which is a holy artifact. Yeah. And we need 2 more. And here this is where Patriarch Code was like, hey, yo, Shang-Chi, go connect us to the land of
stars.
The land of stars. And that is where there's a bunch of other planets that are connected to this one area in the land of stars, so space.
It's a hub.
It's a hub. And it's basically like a space station.
Yeah.
And so all these like different planets have like a couple people there. It's pretty big. You can think of it as its own planet, even though it doesn't have like its own spiritual source.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like, what do they say, a barbarian world?
Yeah.
It's actually even worse technically.
Yeah.
But basically, it's like they're just stationed there.
Mm-hmm.
So it is kind of strange, like where they're from, because they're just here in this world that like doesn't strengthen them whatsoever.
Yeah.
But like they're all.
That's the big mystery about them.
Yeah, the Star Origin City like is super strong. Like no one messes with them. Like they're strong enough that they connect to a bunch of different worlds, and no one's like threatens them.
And that's not even their like home base, and nobody can find their home base.
Yeah.
Like Star Origin City, the reason it's so powerful is because they have a Star Origin Lord who we expect is at the 7th Order.
Yeah.
And then, because he has a bunch of 6th Order true immortals under him who like govern the city and like just kind of make sure everything's working. And like there's a bunch of spirit worlds connected to it and like nothing happens.
Yeah. The strongest is the commander who's a 4th tier.
Yeah, 4th tier.
So you can tell like he's really strong. And, you know, he's all about that business.
Yeah. There's a couple questions we have, though. One thing we find out here is that 4th tier true immortals do not need their world anymore. Like, for example, when you get to the 6th Order, you can get through by an Elysium, meaning you're locked to your Elysium, or on your own, meaning you're locked.
You're free to roam.
You're free to roam, but your world is your source. So if your world gets destroyed, you basically get demoted to Martial Dipper. But once you become a 4th tier Martial Void realm, that is no longer a problem for you. And that also brings up the question of, if you need a world to ascend to Martial Void, where are these Star Origin guards?
Go into ascend. So it's like they clearly, like we said earlier, there's an Essence world above Spiritual Sources. Like they have to be from an Essence world and just there like gathering resources and they just take it, send it back, or whatever.
Yeah. So it's definitely something, and we need to figure that out. But that was really big. And then so they connect to Star Origin City, and instantly all the other planets that are connected, I was like, let's test these guys.
Yes. So like let's haze the new guys.
Yeah.
And obviously like Spiritual Abundance World, who just tried raiding, was like, yeah, we'll fight them.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
They low-key had an agenda.
Yeah.
They wanted to hurt Patriarch Code because he's a newly ascended Martial Void Realm, and he's actually our only Martial Void Realm who is not
tied to an Elysium.
So he can go like and invade other planets.
Yeah.
Like obviously on his own he's not gonna do it, but he's the only one of them that can do it, and so that's why they're like he's a big threat.
Yeah. Well, they also said like they guessed that he was like the favorite of the world.
Yeah, like a child of the heavens.
Yeah, kind of type thing, and they're just like, okay, we're just gonna get rid of that guy because it can be a huge threat.
Yeah.
But obviously they're trash. They failed.
Yeah.
But they were
close.
They were close because they brought out
Formation Master.
Yeah, rank 6.
A rank 6 Formation Master, which is like the only one we know of.
Yeah, we've never even made a rank 6 like Talisman Master.
Yep, not at all.
Or any other profession actually.
No.
So when they said that, I was like, damn, rank 6. This guy is a genius.
He really is.
And it's crazy because a big thing is that Star Origin City is connected to 3 spiritual worlds, which includes
3 essence worlds. I think.
There's 2 essence worlds.
2 essence worlds.
And the 3 spiritual worlds, which includes Spirit Luxurious.
I thought it was 6.
Is it 6? Oh no, you're right. It is 6. I forgot. The only reason why I forgot is because I'm focusing on the 2 that they said were actually important.
Spirit Mammoth
and Spirit Abundance.
And then us.
And actually, Spirit Abundance and Spirit Mammoth are also like there's been some tension there.
And then there's like Spirit Tinkle.
Yeah.
That's such a weird word.
Yeah.
And then there's all spirits. So that's 4. I don't remember the other 2 names. And then they also have Azure worlds that are connected.
And that's why everyone was just like,
I thought it was 3, and it turned into 2.
Well, I don't. Okay. because I remember the one that the rank 6 ran. Oh, you're right. It's 3.
Okay,
it is 3. Okay. Because I'm remembering those two. I remember seeing the name. I just don't remember the name.
Okay.
But basically, the rank 6 Formation Master was from an Azure world, which was shocking.
Yep.
And that's the reason why even though they're connected, they're not getting invaded. It's because like he has a formation around the world, and he can draw upon the power of the world with his formation.
The whole world.
Yes, the whole world.
So I think he said he's a 1st tier true immortal, but he has the power of like a 4th tier true immortal.
Yeah, so that's why like no one touches him. They respect him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn.
But they were fighting like with their divine weapons here.
Yeah, so they realized that Patriarch Ko, like, his biggest strength and weakness is his sword. Mm. So it's like without a sword, like his combat power will drop crazily. Mm. So they tried breaking it, and then
Frost sword.
Yeah, the hidden frost sword. And then what? They reversed. They pulled a huge reversal on them. I can't remember what they did.
They used the power of Shang-Chi's.
Oh yes, actually that was crazy.
Yeah.
Now I remember it. They used his Yin Yang formation that he created, which allows one person to kind of control the essence or the key of everyone else. Because obviously, since Shang-Chi possesses 10 different keys, he can essentially control any different key he wants in the world.
And he also gave Patriarch Ko his ring.
Oh.
He also gave him his ring to facilitate the formation. And with that, they were able to do like a crazy 100% boost, bro. And like overpower the 6th ranked Formation Master, and they were able to injure his essence.
Yeah, because he had a pearl?
Yeah, a pearl that was like, I think it was his divine treasure, and it was like a formation treasure.
Yeah, and it was like a culmination of like 30% of like all of his like what's it, his essence?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so when they destroyed it, like it was a huge hit to him. And like
instantly, bro.
Yeah, instantly he was like, "Oh shit, no!" And then he ran away because he knew that your time is up.
And it was funny because as soon as he ran away, everybody looked around like, "We invaded."
Everyone was just like, "Oh, somebody's with a jumping block."
Yeah, because remember they were only not invaded because this guy was OP. After we realized like this guy is injured, everybody was like, "We're cutting up the planet and we're bringing it to us."
Yeah, and I was just like, "Damn, that's cutthroat."
It really was, bro. Because it was like as soon as they left, everybody was like, "Get ready."
Yeah, and they brought him in, and he suffered for it.
Yeah, the Spirit of Abundance world brought in that Azure world, like help us out, like so we can low key do this.
Yeah, they're like, we'll give you a piece of pie, and that's like you became the pie.
That ass.
I was like, damn, no. And so, I felt so bad.
I felt so bad too, bro. Like it was just like your whole world is getting destroyed because of one like
little favor that someone asked you for.
That's actually insane when you think about it.
Yeah.
And so, also just a recap or a reminder, to ascend and to become stronger. So there's different worlds that we know of. There's a barbaric world that can support people up to the martial extermination realm. There's a Azure world that can support people up to the martial Dibber realm, but with the help of like an Elysium, you can reach the martial true immortal, which is how like a lot of people in the martial void realm. How a lot of people in the Spirit Luxuriant world did it before they became the Spirit Luxuriant world. And then you have Spirit worlds that can support true immortals, martial void realm experts, and the tier above, assuming that they have some sort of power that's stronger than Elysium, or maybe just an Elysium like a super Elysium like the North Sea Mystics has. And then we have an Essence world that we believe, because it hasn't been said, but just how the ranking goes, should be obvious that they can support
an 8th primary.
7th.
Oh, 7th primary with likely an 8th at the helm.
Yeah, we're likely the 8th at the helm. Yeah. Well, and the reason why that happened, that they invaded the planet, is because the way to upgrade your own planet
is to devour others.
Which is crazy, because
super cutthroat.
This world got so much darker than I thought it would have, especially with Shang-Chi, because he's kind of been about killing.
Yeah,
but he's not about that type of killing.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy. They kind of mitigated a bit later when they invaded the Future Flame World again.
Yeah.
But it was definitely like crazy the first time they invaded it, and they were just like slaughter.
That was a big point. A lot of people were like kind of upset about because Shinji was kind of like he didn't really say nothing, and like people were like wondering if it would like affect his like Dow heart or something, and he kind of just like let it go, and like didn't really think of it too much. Like it hurt him a bit, but it wasn't like that big of a thing. And like yes, it is a known thing to get strong. You need to devour the worlds. The Spirit of Abundance World knows where the Spirit of Luxuriant World is, so anytime they can come back with a stronger force. So you do have to get stronger as quick as possible. But at the same time, the way for you to get stronger is to kill billions of people. Because in the process of taking another planet, it's not like you take the planet whole. You split it into cracks, into pieces, take like the 8 or 10 pieces, and take it back.
Yeah, so that's what happened to the Azure. I forget the name of that Ring 6 Formation World's name, but they
call it the Azure Formation World for the Formation Master.
Yeah, well, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
But basically, they went when they split up his world. They basically everyone that was in the way got killed, and anyone they didn't chase people down really. Like some lower level cultivators got to escape, but if you were Marshall Dipper or higher, you can get in the axe.
And the worst part is too, when your world gets devoured, like we said, unless you're a 4th tier Martial Warrior Realm expert, like if your world gets devoured, your cultivation has ended. Like you might still keep your cultivation, but you will never get stronger, and you probably got weaker. Like it's no like, oh, you can go to another world and keep training. No, because like you can't go to other worlds because they reject you with their world will. Yeah. So like you, except Shinji, who's the only exception. Like everybody else who goes to a world is strongly rejected that their cultivation drops, and you can't ever like assimilate from what we've seen. So like if your world gets decimated, you better be a 4th tier true immortal, or like that's the end of the line for you, bro.
Yeah, they did say there is like small caveats to it as well. So when the Azure Flame War got divided up, they obviously kept like
the mortals.
Yeah, the mortals
as much as they could.
Yeah, and then what they did was when they brought them back, like the author said that although they can't cultivate, like their descendants, as like they're born in the Spirit of Luxuriant World, will be able to cultivate in the future.
I think they said like the 3rd generation or 4th generation. So it takes a couple years. It might take them like 100 years. Yeah. Then by then they will even forget they're from another planet.
Exactly. That was kind of. So I was like, okay, I felt like that's a good way for them to solve their population problem.
Me too. But then it makes me think like, how like are we gonna need a time skip or something? Because I can't see us doing a time skip.
No, they won't do a time skip. Yeah. I mean, the population problem will be there. Just like those be like, okay, start having kids. We'll put you over here. Once the first cultivator that comes out there, we're just gonna we'll start recruiting.
Oh my god, you start at 15 now, right?
Yeah. But before they divided up before they even like went to the Formation World, Shang Jia met up with Huang Yu,
his father.
I'm gonna say this right now. Admar here,
his father.
The author said Shang Jia is an orphan.
He's just eating this up, bro.
But he thinks that he lied. Like it's like a big secret amongst like some people from the older generation.
Yeah.
That bro, they talk about it all the time. Shang Jia.
Bro, they always speak about his dad, like low key his dad, and it's like don't talk about the past. So you can tell there's something there. If he was just an orphan and he died in a random cultivation accident, they'd be like, your dad died fighting some guy.
No, bro.
They're just gonna tell you that if it's a secret that we still haven't learned about when we're at the Marshall Void.
It's not a secret.
Then why haven't they told him?
Bro, they
literally keep it a secret on purpose. Even his grandpa Shang Bo, I think that's his name. Yeah, Shang Bo, who's one of the patriarchs of the Tangyu institution, is like, oh, we can't talk about that in front of him.
No,
Bro, you've seen that.
It's not.
And you just let it.
That's not his dad, bro. It's not his dad.
You're just eating the author's pizza, bro.
The dad's dead, bro.
You're eating the author's pizza.
His parents are gone.
He's leaving you crumbs to another alternative. You're not looking at.
He's in the Marshall Void Realm. They cannot hide this from him.
He hasn't asked.
Bro, there's no way.
I'm telling you, he's gonna figure it out somehow.
No, it's not. It's not his dad.
Alright, whatever. Get back to what you're saying.
This sucks because I feel like we're giving. Because I see what the author be doing sometimes. That I'm just like, author. Yeah, I know. Yeah. He'd be like, I know you're trying to like throw like a mixed signal in here, but I know it's not his dad.
It's a mixed signal of purpose, bro. Listen.
It's not his dad.
Okay, alright.
I feel like he's just like he's gonna ask and he's just gonna be like no, and then I feel like he knows he could have known his dad. That's as most I'm gonna give you. But his dad,
he's been interacting with his dad this whole time.
No.
And also we find out that his dad, or if we don't want to call him his dad, Huang Yu, right? Huang Yu is a super playboy, and he's like the spy of the Tang Institution, and wherever he goes, he makes families. Like whole families.
Which is crazy. Like there's clearly a reason he does it too. I don't think he does it just because he is like a deadbeat.
He's definitely not a deadbeat. He's a Marshall Double Round expert.
He's a deadbeat dad.
Oh, a deadbeat dad? Oh yeah, you can be both.
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking about like, I feel like he's leaving behind kids for like a reason. That's also another
cultivation?
No, like for another reason. I don't know.
Like what? That doesn't make any sense, bro.
I feel like it's just crazy. Well, the thing is, if it doesn't make sense, then I definitely don't think that's his dad, because that's crazy that he's doing that right in front of his son, bro.
I think that's why he always feels weird when Shang-Chi mentions his family. Because Shang-Chi will literally be like, hey, you taking care of your family over there? And I'll be like, oh.
Come on, that doesn't have anything to do with Shang-Chi. He's not taking care of his family. Like, the first family he met. Like, what are we supposed to say there?
He's a deadbeat dad, but he's Shang-Chi's dad.
No, stop.
Yes.
That's not the way for... That's not the way to go.
Alright, well, Huang Yu is our spy in the land of Star.
Yeah, Land Stars.
Land of Stars. In the city of Stars.
Star Origin City.
Origin City.
Come on, bro.
It's getting me, bro. So Star Origin City. We go back. We kind of explore the area. We get they have a big trading area there. Oh yeah, they're in a huge marketplace. They sell rank 5, rank 6 treasures. And they had something specifically for the Tang Institution. Was it I think it was part of the... It was the Impale Stone. Impale Stone, which makes a Heaven Jade, or Heaven supporting Jade Pillar. Yep. But it wasn't all of them you needed, but it was like most of them. Yeah, but Shang-Chi was like, Heaven Jade Pillar. I'm gonna get that in a little bit. He's like, let me use it for these talismans. Yeah. So don't know about, because remember, or I say remember, we didn't even talk about it. Yeah. But Shang-Chi made talismans that anybody can use. Actually, it was like he made a blank talisman and he can put like any spell you want on it. That was like the whole thing. Not any spell, or no, you can activate the spell on it without having to like actually be a talisman master. Yeah, so he created a stone. I kind of thought of it as a stamp because he said once he created it, it can make hundreds of that one spell. Yeah. Like just by like stamping it on another piece of talisman paper, but you don't have to be a talisman master. You just have to have the paper. Yeah, just all you need is paper. You take the spell, stamp it, and there you go. You have the spell, and it's crazy because that'll give you like 300 uses of the spell for super cheap. Yeah, for one stamp. Then like the stamp does cost more to make the one talisman, but it's not 300 times. Yeah. And so, also like you get rid of the like waste factor. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so he did it to rank 3, right? At the time, yeah. Yeah. And they haven't mentioned it after though. No. Well, yeah. Yeah, they didn't. And then so we actually go to the Spirit Abundance World with Huang Yu. Yep. And we go out sightseeing. And the reason they go to the Spirit Abundance World was because the true mortal that got killed in the Spirit Luxuriant World was from the Heaven Elysium Lake power. Yeah. And so, or is it Emptiness Lake? It might be Emptiness Lake. It's something lake, but I think Emptiness is definitely. It sounds more like the real name. Cause I don't think it was. It was like Emptiness Lake Palace. Emptiness Lake Elysium.
It might have been Emptiness Lake Elysium because they always ended with like Elysium.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna call it Emptiness Lake Elysium. The true immortal that we killed back then was the only true immortal of the Emptiness Lake Elysium. So when he died, and the reason he was there is he also had his inheritor, which is grandson, in the Spirit Legend, and Shanji actually killed both of them. So he ended that whole line. Yeah. And then he goes back to plunder their island. I don't know what to think about it. He's a savage.
Yeah, for real.
I'm going to kill the grandson and the grandpa, and then I'm going to destroy your treasures. And if you have any wives at home, they're getting killed too. And so they show up on you with this posse that he's created ever since he's joined the Spirit Abundance world, like 500 chapters back.
Yeah, like Huang Yu, he like basically like sucked up to this young master from another one of the 9 powers, and he wanted to break through to the Martial Void, and he wanted to use the Elysium power, World Origin energy in it to break through.
Emptiness Lake.
Yep. So Huang Yu brought Sheng Jia, was like, this guy can break through any barrier. Sheng Jia was like, hell yeah. He broke through. The Heavenly Scream was like, I'm about that shit.
Yep.
And then obviously everyone's plotting against each other, but they go to the Elysium. They break through and they get split up because one of the inside guys who was in there was...
He was a spy for another Elysium, but like he was on his own mission.
Like he was their spy. Yeah. And then it was obvious that he wasn't under their leash anymore because he was doing his own thing. And so he let them in, but then he just like fucked off after. Yeah. He was just like, "Okay, you're in. I'm on my own now." Because
there's 4 main things in the Elysium. Well, first it was on lockdown because the True Immortal died. They didn't want anybody getting in. They went fully lockdown until they created their own True Immortal so they can defend themselves. Yeah. And so they're coming in for. There's 4 different reasons people want to get in here. 3 of the reasons are the 3 different items to create an Elysium. Yeah. So all 3 of those items are super crazy.
Because they have so much world energy. Yeah.
World
origin energy.
Especially the Holy Artifact, which is like, usually depending on what it is, can be used for different things. For example, the Stellar Cauldron is a Holy Artifact that Patriarch Ko has, and it can literally be used as an alchemist cauldron to like make medicines for advancements like without an alchemist. Yeah. Which is crazy. And so those are 3 reasons, and the 4th reason is to plunder the World Origin Source to become a true immortal, because obviously that's finite. So they don't want to use their own. Well, their own powers won't even let them use it because there's like better candidates. So that's why like the young master guy is there. Is the young master Lu? Yeah. And so they're all going on. It gets crazy. They all get split up like you said. Shang Jia is actually able to secure the heaven supporting Jade Pillar, and it's basically a straight up Sun Wukong. Was that his name?
Sun Wukong. Oh yeah, because he gets to the pillar and he starts refining it, and the pillar fights back because it feels like it's about to get fucking deleted. Yeah. Because his 5 element key is like so overbearing. Yeah. And like obviously like the way it works, like the application of it is like it just basically just destroys any other key it comes into contact with, which is why it can break through barriers. So when the artifact spirit sensed it, was just like,
what's it mean?
Well, at first it wasn't. Yeah, it was like I gotta fight back. That's why it was taking forever. Because he was originally near the boundary marker with the guy who the spy. I think the spy. Yeah, he wanted that. Yeah. And then they fought some of the people in there. They killed them. And then the other group, Han Yu and the Young Master, and like 2 other guys. It was 2 other guys, right? Yeah. They went to the origin artifact. So there's this huge thing. Like they were all like plotting it. Yeah, because it was so confusing actually too. Because because one guy was an outsider, another guy was part of the family. Right?
So there was young immortal like Lu. Yeah. So he was the guy that Wang Yu was sucking up to, and he was at the He was not at grand completion. He was at large completion.
Oh yeah.
He was at large completion of the martial double realm, so he didn't comprehend his martial intent. But you can still go to the next level through that. But then there was another guy from the Liu clan, and he was like, if this guy becomes a true mortal, like I'm never gonna get the chance to become a true mortal. And so he was like kind of sabotaging him for a bit.
Yeah, because he had the cauldron.
Yeah, he had the cauldron, and he didn't want to give it back to him.
He was just like, I'll give you the energy.
Young Master Liu was going through his breakthrough, and then I think he took it at the last second.
Yeah. And he was like, you can enter the cauldron and I'll protect you. But he was like, I don't trust you because I feel like you can stop me. But he was like, I'm not gonna stop you because it wouldn't make sense. It was like a weird back and forth. And then we found out like it was like they were instructed to like put pressure on him and that other guy, by his grandfather, who's the true immortal for that power. I was like, why?
That got lost on me. Bro.
Yeah, me too. Because I was just like, why? Why did they do? When I read that, I was just like, these are the instructions of the patriarch.
Patriarch Chong? What am I? Or Patriarch Cho?
I don't know if it was Chong or Cho. But basically, he's like, yeah, why did he tell us to do this? And they're just like, don't question the patriarch.
Yeah.
Like, well, thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Patriarch's acting crazy.
Yep.
So then he starts breaking through, and that happens while Shang Jia was refining the Heaven J Pillar. And then...
He, by the way, during this refinement, he slays, like, at least 10 martial double round experts. And, like... So easily. One important thing here is that, like we said earlier, all people are rejected by the world will when they're not on their world, except Shang-Chi. And he's not just a peak martial dipper. Peak martial dipper means 5 dipper keys that you have in your body. He has 10.
Yep.
So he is at least twice, and it's not just like twice as powerful. He's like, it's like exponential.
Yeah.
Right?
And then he's also at the grand completion stage of it.
So he has his own martial intent. So he's like, you can basically think of him as a quasi-true immortal.
Yeah.
So he's wrecking these martial dipper people. He's like looting all of them. He gets the J Pillar, and while that's happening, we get like some backstabbing on backstabbing.
Yeah, so the whole time that these guys are like doing this whole little adventure in the Elysium, there's 2 other true immortals outside that are watching everything happen because they don't really care.
Yeah.
One's a newly ascended true immortal.
And the other one's trying to become a true immortal.
No.
She's already a true immortal.
Yeah.
And she's trying to take control of the Emptiness Lake Elysium.
Yeah, and she's trying to do it through the newly ascended true immortal. Yeah.
Yes.
So her name is Sue.
I forgot it.
It's like it's Sue and 2. Like that's why I remember it.
Okay.
So True Immortal Sue, I'm just gonna say immortal.
Yeah.
She's the one that has like the big backing for the power. She's like a high value or like a high position figure. And so she's telling High Immortal 2, she's like, you know what, we'll give you this Elysium. You can run it, do it how you see fit. Because this is our gift to you or whatever. Yeah. And so she was like, oh, thanks. Because, like, she couldn't have been a true immortal without their help. So, like, obviously, like, she's happy that they're going to give this to her, too. It's, like, her new responsibility. And then she goes in. True Immortal 2 goes in. She goes up to the young Master Liu. She's like, playtime's over, buddy.
Yeah. Like, I'm taking all this, and this is my spot now.
Yeah, put it all back. Yeah. And everyone knows, obviously, if you stop in the middle of his
breakthrough,
he'll either die or be crippled, or he'll never be able to cultivate or go past his realm again.
Yep. So
then his grandfather shows up, and he's just like, you can't let me have this, and they were just like, nah.
Too important, bro.
So, and it was his avatar. So his avatar then goes into the Elysium. He's like, he tells True Immortal, you're really gonna stop him?
This is crazy.
And she was like, yep. And he was like, okay.
Boom, boom.
Eats his own grandson.
And so basically, this man is, I think it was a 2nd tier True Immortal.
Yeah.
And what he was doing was, if this guy became a 1st tier True Immortal, he would be able to eat him and become a 3rd tier True Immortal. And but since he didn't really fully break through, he still ate them, but he was able to get like 80 years of longevity or something like that.
Because he was at the end of his lifespan.
Yeah. So that was insane. But another thing that happened during this is that they kind of fought it out a bit and destroyed the. No, actually, I don't think they fought it out. I think it was because Shang-Chi took the supporting pillar.
Yeah, well, when he was refining it, he was devouring large amounts of world origin.
Yeah.
But even more than the young master while he was doing it. So it was like you had two sources of that was devouring all the world origin.
Yeah.
So after he ate him and Shang-Chi took the pillar, it started falling apart.
Elysium,
So they were just like, "What's happening?"
Yeah.
And so she goes to fight Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi gives like a couple hits in. He's like, "I want to fight a true immortal."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh crap, this is a true immortal."
Yeah.
They're not
I'm a dip.
Yeah. And so him and Wang Yu, they use Shang-Chi made. He's a rank 5 talisman master, and so he crafted a teleportation talisman.
That can go through a heavenly screens.
But it's like it's random, like where it puts you.
Yeah.
So they escape, and everyone's like, "How do they escape?"
Yeah.
So they get chased down by the two true immortals, or actually before they get chased down, because they were just like, "Oh yeah, someone else is gonna chase them," because the other true immortals were watching. Yeah. Because they went to the Elysium. They're just like, "True Immortal 2, do you mind keeping the Elysium stable until we get the stuff back?" And she was just like, "No, because she knows if she stays too long in the Elysium, she'll become bound to it, and she doesn't want that." But they were just like, "We can't lose the Elysium."
Because the Elysium was gonna break apart if she didn't support it, and once she starts supporting it, she, like you said, come bound to it. And right now she's a free true immortal, so she can go beyond her own world.
Yeah. And
she can advance her cultivation theoretically to the 7th order if she like had enough talent and luck. Now it's like, this is your cap.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have wanted to ask her, what do you think about this? For example, you can use your Elysium to become a martial Dipper realm expert, right? Usually it's Holy Land, they say.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure your Elysium can do it too. So if you become a martial Dipper realm expert with the help of your Elysium, do you think you can also become a martial void realm with the help of your Elysium? Or is it like as soon as you use that help, you can only hit the peak of that realm?
You mean like use the 7th primary?
No, so I was thinking like, for example, we have like our patriarch Shang Bo, who's like Shang-Chi's grandpa.
Yeah.
He used the Tong Yu Holy Land support to become a martial Dipper realm expert.
Oh yeah.
So once he hits the peak of martial Dipper, let's say he even comprehends his martial intent and everything. Like, can he use the support of the Elysium to become a true immortal?
Even though he already used the Holy Land?
Yeah.
Probably.
But then, like, it's just like he's just still for
yeah.
So you think that they can keep doing it? So if they, like, upgrade the Elysium, she can upgrade again?
Like, past true immortal?
Yeah.
No.
Well, why not?
I don't... Well, because, honestly, my theory is that true immortals bound to Elysiums, I don't think they can. After you said the fourth
immortals aren't bound to the world.
Yeah, I think their cap is 3.
Ah, okay.
And like they can't go past it because like they can't break free from their Elysium.
Yeah, because that contradicts.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
that was my thing. So I was like, that's the only way that makes sense. And I think they probably all know that, which is why, because she was freaking out. She was like, no, like. She was ready to fight.
You're
them.
Like destroying my life.
Yeah, she did fight them.
Yeah.
And it was a 2v1. I was like, nope, we're gonna keep you here until you're assimilated.
And it was like, even if she didn't like support it, because they were fighting with the destruction of Elysium, I think she was gonna die with the destruction of the world or something like that. So it was like either you die or you become a bound Elysium.
Yeah.
Like pick now. They did it dirty. They did it dirty.
But we also, like, clearly see, like, they said they couldn't lose it. Mm-hmm. So there's clearly some kind of thing with having 9 Elysiums. Yeah. Which ties into what we saw later. Yeah. After Shang-Chi got teleported out, he was a madman. Mad lad. He went back.
He did went back.
And he went to the northern part of the world. I forget the name.
Me too. But
it was basically a frozen... It was like a frozen...
I think in North Pole.
Yeah. they called it like the Frozen Sea or something.
Yeah.
And he went there to look for one of the spiritualities of the north.
Yep.
And he ran into one of the true mortals that they fought in the spiritual
Abundance world.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, in the spirit luxuriant world.
Yeah, it was one of the invaders.
Yeah. Clapped up again.
But he was hurt.
Yeah.
So Shang-Chi, like they clashed real quick, and he teleported out again.
And the reason Shang-Chi was able to win that because the invader, when he got hurt, so when he saw that it was Shang-Chi, he sent just a projection over.
Yeah.
Because usually they said like they split up the True Mortal's projection could have like 20 to 30% of their power, and then their avatar can have like around 80%. So he just sent his projection saying 20-30% should be more than enough.
Well, he's also hurt.
But like usually like even a peak martial dipper with their with their martial intent shouldn't be able to beat a projection. But Shang-Chi was like super special and was able to kill it.
5-element key.
Yeah. So he was able to destroy the projection, which hurt him again.
Yeah.
Which basically meant he'd never recover.
Yeah. And the author said here that like they're wondering like this frozen sea that it's like he heard like this constant attack in the spiritual abundance world, so he was like wondering where it came from, and the suspicion is Essence World, and that's also why we kind of see the panic for the other true mortals in losing an Elysium. It probably keeps them at full strength.
Then maybe they have some sort of planet array that's supported by 9 Elysiums.
Yeah.
And if one of them falters, like it'll be like a lot of destruction for that array. And like this whole northern key thing, I think they said every 20 years or so there'll be some sort of wave that'll come out with a bunch of treasures and random stuff. And that's like why there's I think there's an Elysium there that's clearly based on just looting from that one thing, and that's enough to support them. And but they pretty much hint that that's an Essence World on the other side, so like the Spirit Abundance World might be like plotting against an Essence World.
I don't think they're plotting. I think they're being plotted against.
You think so?
I thought that's what was implied. Like, oh, we've been like fighting them for so long or something.
I thought it implied that they were fighting them for so long, but that like in a couple years they were gonna like snatch it, snatch their stuff.
I thought it was in a couple years they might like come out and attack us.
Oh, I got the exact opposite feeling. Yeah.
Because I looked at it as like, oh, they're putting on a big front to everyone else, but in reality is like if
they have this pressure on them.
Yeah, like if the Spirit Luxuriant World and the Spirit Mammoth World find out, they're gonna team up and beat the shit out of us.
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, Shang-Chi made another enemy of a true immortal, and also all the other true immortals were like shocked. They were like, your projection lost to a martial dipper realm expert, and then this guy who was the invader, the martial void realm expert, was like, yeah, he was actually part of the Spirit Luxuriant World, and everybody was like, oh snap, he might be more important than Patriarch Co.
Yeah.
Because like Patriarch Co was like favorite of the heavens, but even at Martial Dipper, he couldn't fight Martial Void. But Shang-Chi was doing that, so they're like, hey yo, we gotta kill this man right now.
Yeah, they were also mad because it was like, you're just telling us that now.
Like, that's true.
Yeah, he was just like, I don't care.
Yeah, because he didn't want to speak about it before because he was like, we got wrecked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you how we got wrecked. Like you already know we got wrecked. I don't need to go into details.
Exactly.
And so yeah, it ended up being a whole thing. But Shang-Chi finally does fully escape, and he meets up with Han Yu, and they finally go to the Azure Formation world because they're like, we know it's getting looted. Let's go get some loot.
Yep. And there, Shang-Chi, he goes and he gets the 4 seasons that he needs for
his advancement
medicine. He also lets a group that was clearly from the Formation Master sect that had their legacy. He lets them pass. Did they give him something?
No, but they gave him actually a container for the 6-tier fire.
Yeah, because he had a rank. Yeah, because the the 4 seasons, they're all rank 6 treasures.
They weren't all rank 6.
They weren't?
They were different ranks.
Oh yeah, the sun one.
But the sun one for fire, which was summer, I think, was a rank 6, and he couldn't store it, and so they gave him a storage container, so he was able to better store it. And then basically he just wrecked shop in this planet.
Yep.
He even fights there was an important person that he beat up. Oh, he beat up somebody from the Spirit Mammoth world to get the spirituality. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, he disguised himself as one of them, and then he beat them up and ran away. And then
he left. I think Huan Yu on his own because he had to go.
Yeah.
Because he was getting chased by a true mortal.
Yeah.
And then Patriarch Ko actually came to save him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they saw the destruction of the Azure Formation world, and we saw that the other worlds have a method of completely taking an island without any leakage of world origin spirit.
Yep, and that's what they used to invade after they invaded the Azure Flame world. So we saw in the Azure Formation world, they actually had more than one true mortal.
Originally they had two, and one broke through, so they had a third.
And then they killed a true mortal from the people that are divvying up. They're trying to bait out Patriarch Ko, but obviously he didn't come out after they killed that other guy.
Yeah.
Did he kill? But then he self-destructed. Did he kill that other guy when he self-destructed?
He didn't kill him.
Oh yeah.
So there was the newly ascended true immortal had a deal with Patriarch Ko that I forget what the deal was, but basically Patriarch Ko was if you do this one thing for me, I forget what he was gonna do for him. That's what I forget. Because basically he got that true immortal to self-destruct himself on the other guys, but I forget what he got out of it.
I thought he asked Patriarch Ko for a favor.
Oh, but how was he gonna do the favor if he's dead?
No, because I thought he asked. I'm not sure, because I remember when that guy was getting chased down, Patriarch Ko was hiding, and he assassinated that other guy. That's why he died.
Yeah.
Because they said oh yeah, Patriarch Ko back in the old days was an assassin.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember what he asked him, because I'm pretty sure it was him asking Patriarch Ko for a favor.
I think maybe it was allowing some of his
people to get away.
But you have to create a big show. And he technically succeeded because Shang Jia was able to get their legacy out. So that happened. The Azure Formation world was divvied up, taken away, and Shang Jia goes back to the Spirit Luxuriant world. The Patriarch Ko is you are not allowed to leave.
So you break through because you offended 6 true immortals.
It was ridiculous. How did you do this as a Marshall Dupperom expert?
He's oh crap, I did offend 6 true immortals.
So through the next year, we see Shang Jia basically use the whole powers of the Tang Institution to find the 12 spiritualities.
Oh yeah.
And it was a mad hunt every month, and it was anything that has any spirituality, bring it into me. And it was thousands and thousands and thousands of treasures. And then Shang Jia would just be that one. And then the rest is trash. So he got through all 12, and then he finally had everything. And then did they ascend to Elysium, or did he ascend first? I think he ascended first.
He ascended first. Yeah, then he created Elysium after.
Yeah.
So he ascended first, and he used the entire
continent.
The Yo continent.
Call it the Yo? Call it the U.
Yeah, I feel like it's Yo though.
It's Y-O-U.
Well, because I think of actually, we might both be saying it might be Yao.
There's not an A in there?
Because think of Zhao, Z-H-O-U, and then I just replaced the Y and think Yao.
Maybe. But I also don't even know if we're saying Jia. We were saying Shang Jia differently.
Yeah, it's Shang Zhao.
Shang Jia?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Damn. That's not how I read it in my head.
But he used the entire continent to break through to connect to the world will. They said it was a special method, or not a special method, but it was a special way of breaking through, because it would clearly give him a bigger foundation than everyone else.
So I think usually people just use part of the continent, but this man used the whole continent, and I think also since he knows kind of the secret of the Void Immortal stage, which is the 6 directions. So it's obviously north, east, south, west, and the heavens and earth.
Yeah.
And so he used all four and the heavens and earth, and it was kind of cool because he did it every 4 hours.
Yeah.
So every 4 hours he got a different piece of it. So in the whole 6 hours he went through a whole day, and then completed his control of the whole world, which is pretty sick, or the whole continent. And so now another cool thing is your power as a true immortal is also based off your continent that you broke through in. So if you make your continent stronger, you become stronger. And the U continent is like his home base.
Yeah.
So like they're obviously about to make it stronger, and they right after make it an Elysium.
Yeah.
Which is sick. And yo, Patriarch Co is so greedy, bro. they've been in Elysium, or they've been like a thing, like a group for like less than 40 years now. You have 2 true immortals. You didn't have any before. You're advancing at a rate faster than anybody else. You get the second true immortal before anybody else. And then he's like, we have to hurry up and get a third true immortal. And Shinji is like, bro, what are you talking about? We're good. We're the strongest continent. He's like, yeah, but if we both want to leave the planet, we need a true immortal that's attached to Elysium, that's like protecting us at all times. Shinji was like, bro, you're a little too much. I can see your ambitions, bro. This is how we got to where we are. So that was hilarious. Mm-hmm. And right after it became an Elysium, we also get... Well, actually, before this, we missed one thing. One person did become a true immortal before Shang-Chi. It was Liu Wuzi, I think is his name.
Oh, yeah, so that was a big thing.
Yeah.
So Liu Wuzi broke through to become a true immortal, and he used the Northern Mystic C-Sex Elysium
the continent.
Oh, use the continent, yeah, because that's a big thing. Like, if one person uses the continent, then it's like no one else can really do it unless there's like Elysium there. Yeah, so
the way it works is usually an Elysium should be able to support 2 true immortals. Not like the Elysium itself, but the Elysium will support a true immortal, and then the continent that it's on should support another true immortal. That would be like the free true immortal, not the bound. And since Liu Wuzi used the continent, now the North Sea Mystic sect couldn't use it anymore, so they were pissed. And he was also from the North Sea Mystic sect.
He betrayed them.
But I would have betrayed them too, because the last time somebody broke through to become a true immortal, they said that that cultivator who's, I forget his name, his super long name, he's basically the true immortal for the North Sea Mystic sect. He devoured the other true immortal to increase his rank.
Yeah.
Because he was the only second tier true immortal when the Spirit Abundance World invaded. So they were like, how did he get there? And we find out it's because he ate somebody. And that's why Liu Wuzi's like, I'm not going to get eaten, bro. Because I think he also has longevity issues. Like, he's going to die soon. And yeah, our boy becomes a 7th or a 6th tier primary realm martial void expert. One big thing here, they say the lifespan of a true immortal is 200 to 300 years. That doesn't sound very true immortal-ish to me. They also said they see the rise and fall of planets. In 200 to 300 years, you're not seeing a tree grow. Okay? So I've retconned it to 2,000 to 3,000 years in my head. Because it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, you should go back and add zeros to those.
You really should. Doesn't make sense. Even before he said a martial diplomat expert lives like 200 years.
Yeah, it just isn't like that.
Like, come on, bro. Make it make sense. It's not making sense. And so, yeah, that was book 8. It was a pretty good book. It was a really good book. One thing about it that the author is really good at, in my opinion, I've been telling you about this, is that ever since they evolved to a new world, the fact that they're always there's always a thought in the back of your mind that the Spirit of Abundance World can come and attack at any given moment has made like the pace
so fast.
Yeah, and they keep up like a tense kind of atmosphere at all times. It's like they even mention it. Like Shinji would be like, "Oh, like or like Patriarch Co would be like, you can't mess anything up because if we mess up, Spirit of Abundance World is coming and they're gonna kill us and they're gonna butcher us and they're gonna destroy our world." And that's like always in the back of your mind, but always like right in your face. But he does such a good job at it that it's literally been like on go mode for like even before this book, and it's just got me so hooked, which is why I'm so addicted. And you guys hear me talk about it every other podcast. How I'm reading at 12 o'clock because I'm like, I need more. And it's just like, what I'm telling you, this writer, I don't know what he did. He's been going to writing school while he's writing, bro, but he's gone crazy. Mm-hmm. He's crazy, bro. He's good. He's good. What, do you want to add anything else? Because that's book 8.
Is that that?
Yeah, he ascends, and then basically right after that, book 9 starts, and it's them hunting.
Oh.
Really called Hunting Worlds.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, they did a real little bit after that. Mm-hmm. No, I think that's it. Splitting the Heavens. Mm-hmm. I think it's still an interesting title for the novel.
Yes. Where's it coming from?
Yeah. They do be. It should be World Devourer or something like that.
A couple things that are important to know. It should be World Devourer. That'd be such a crazy name. I think it'd be better too, but maybe it would have gave away too much of the plot.
No.
Okay. Well, anyways, we kind of glossed over Star Origin City, but that's a pretty important thing. You know, they do a lot of stuff there. Like, they do the fighting, they do the trade market, but you know, like, that's gonna be an important piece. I think to further.
Or to advance to the next part, right?
Yeah.
Because they have a lot of. They even have They have a lot of inheritances that they could probably get.
And I still believe my theory about Star Origin City is that there's an Essence World controlling it, and the Essence World. It might be there's 2 other Essence Worlds connected to the Star Origin City. So I think all 3 of those Essence Worlds are like working together. And they're like gonna, once they have enough planets, they're gonna eat all the planets, merge all 3 worlds, and become like the next tier world.
Oh, that's crazy.
That's my thought process. Like, it's out there, but like, I don't know.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
I don't think they're related at all. I think they're just chilling there.
You think they're just so conveniently helping people out?
Oh, Star Origin?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe not convenient. But I don't think they're Essence World. I think the other 2 Essence Worlds are just kind of just chilling, and they're just chilling too.
They can't just be just chilling.
I think they are.
Yo, you been eating the pizza, bro.
Oh
my god! They're just like he's going into a dark alley. Oh, this guy's just going into a dark alley.
Oh no, he's not. First, okay, Hangy is not his father. Second, Star Origin is not a conspiracy.
It might not be the conspiracy I stated, but it's definitely a conspiracy, dog.
I don't know.
Oh, we're just a convenient trade market. Like, well, is this your first novel? Come on. No, bro.
I think they're just a market.
Oh my god. You're supposed to get wiser with years, bro.
I think I've seen right through the facade, bro. But there is no facade.
But there is no facade?
Yeah.
And I'm making things where there isn't any?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll be back.
We will be back. And we chat volume 9. Hunting Worlds. So unless they get hunted, then I'm definitely wrong.
Honestly, I kind of have a theory that they like said that part about true immortals, that once they hit the 4th tier, they don't have to be connected to the world. That like something might happen to like the Spirit Luxuriant world, but once Shang-Chi is like high enough that it doesn't affect him. I like felt like they said it, and I feel like that's foreshadowing. He's gonna lose his world low key.
I could see that,
but I really hope it doesn't, because then after that he's just like a lone ranger.
Yeah.
And then like it would kind of kill a little bit of the novel, because I like the side characters.
Me too.
Even though we don't really talk about them much here, like Huang Yu is really fun. Patriarch Ko is awesome. Like I love him. What's that girl's name? Chujia, which is our rank 5 formation master. She's a martial extermination round.
Oh yeah, but she's rank 5.
But she's rank 5 because she's awesome like that. They definitely have a little love thing going on. I don't know if Shang-Chi is picking up on it or not.
I don't think he is, but I think like once he realizes it,
yeah,
like I'll do it.
The Chujia is definitely like, I don't know even if she knows. I think she definitely knows. But she's like is she like a, what's it called, like a tsundere?
Tsundere.
She's definitely that type of, yeah. And then we have another person that was like his teacher. Her name's like Sue something. Is it like Sue Chen? A lady who used to be his teacher when he first started in the academy, academy. You know what I'm talking about? She's like a martial realm expert.
Sue,
Howie?
No, it's not Sue. It's Sun Howie.
Sun Howie. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's third martial dipper round.
Yeah, she's sick. She gets a little highlight next book, which was awesome. No, actually, it was this book. Yeah, so she actually gets.
I thought she just got a mention. I didn't think she got a highlight.
Oh, she got a highlight. You don't remember? So when Lou Uzi became a true immortal,
yeah,
he took a little faction from the North Sea Mystic sect, and then under his faction was some guy who, back in the day, ambushed Shang-Chi and his crew when they were in the Elysium in the sky, in the stars. And it was like Shang-Chi, Chujian, Sun Howie, that guy who was always trying to fight, or who thought he was going to be like a rival of Shang-Chi, but I never remember his name. It was like Deng something. And then basically he found the brown book. This is important actually.
Oh yeah, the brown book.
The brown book, and no, he didn't find the book. The Dun something guy.
Yeah, he found it, and then the other guy wanted the book.
Yeah, he's a martial dipper expert as well. He was in Lil Uzi's faction that escaped from the North Sea Mystic sect, and Patriarch Ko and Shang-Chi were like, "Oh, we need to keep that a secret."
Yeah. And
so they set up. They were like, "Yo, Lil Uzi, we gotta kill that man. You gotta let us."
Yeah. And
he did, and so, but they didn't do like True Immortals didn't fight it out. They sent Son Howie.
They were like, "Go murder that man."
Go murder that man.
She was like, "With pleasure."
With pleasure, and she wrecked them.
Yeah.
And that was pretty exciting. So she got a highlight. I like her a lot too. He actually has a disciple, Shang-Chi. Her name is like Wang something. I forget her name. She's like that girl.
She's like the daughter of that friend she made, right?
Yeah, that he lived with back in the day as a martial intent expert. She's a martial intent expert now, the daughter.
Yeah, it's not Wang though.
I thought it was Wang.
No.
Pei?
That sounds better. I don't know if it's Pei either.
Alright, well she's the daughter. She's cool. She's at least in the martial intent realm right now. I think she might be martial extermination.
Yeah, she's following his path.
She is following his path. That's pretty cool. Her and one other disciple from the institution that he helped groom as well. So there's a character. We don't talk about them a lot, but they're like nice little like additions that are really cool. Mm-hmm. So I really appreciate the side characters. That's why I do not want his planet to die. I will feel some type of way about that. But yeah, this book is really good. I haven't read it since we started talking about since we started reading World with Protecting. Hopefully I don't touch it until this whole book ends, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see.
I'm proud of you.
Well, I'm distracted right now. I'm reading World with Protecting and I'm playing Elden Ring. Elden Ring is fire.
Yeah.
You guys should play Elden Ring.
I think everyone is, bro.
I'm like 45 hours deep. I've only played for a week.
I know, that's crazy.
Yeah. But, you got anything else to ask in the house?
No. Wait, did we talk about what we're reading next week?
We did not.
We didn't.
What are we reading next week?
So next week we are reading, Reincarnation.
50 chapters. We're hitting 500 here, I think.
Banger. It's almost
450 to 500.
I don't know how many chapters are left, but I'm pretty sure.
They haven't set an ending yet, so we're still going strong.
Well, the Raws are done.
What?
Yes.
When?
I don't remember, but I just remember seeing like, oh yeah, it's done.
No, you serious?
I'm pretty sure they're done. Yeah.
Can you have that number for us next time?
Yeah.
Week? Okay.
I got you.
Damn, that sucks.
I know it does, but it's like we're in the end game here.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we're so close.
We are close. I don't think it hits 600 chapters.
Really?
I'm thinking
615.
I'm thinking like 594.
I can see that too, though. Because the chapters are long.
Very long.
They're very long.
I think we can make a more accurate assessment right after this chapter.
Yeah.
Like we'll know like
for sure
where we're at. Like, has he defeated Norgabella? You know, like
yeah.
Has he fought the King of Incarceration? Because that right now, like that's kind of the only people who can touch him.
It's Gavin and Norgabella. Like those two got to fall first, and then Demon King of Incarceration, and then
Demon King of Destruction.
Yeah.
and the Oath.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we got left right now.
Yeah.
I don't really see anything else. What's wrong? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Oh, and the Shade. The Shade is still going around places doing weird shit.
Oh.
The Shade, the incarnation of destruction.
Okay.
Yeah, we still don't know what's up with him. But yeah, next week.
Oh yeah, we left off the war.
Well, that's included.
Yeah, but I mean that's the next thing I'm about to read.
Yeah. Okay. All right, guys. This has been episode 7 of Light Off. It's been Adam Mark.
Peace, gamer. Peace.